Hello, hello, and welcome to the first of hopefully many podcasts that I'll be uploading to YouTube about movies, what I'm seeing in the theater, what I'm buying and watching at home, and everything that goes along with it. For this first episode here, what I've decided to do is talk about the Blu-rays that I bought yesterday. I buy new Blu-rays every single week. It is rare that there comes a week where I don't stop at Best Buy after work on a Tuesday and pick up whatever's new. So today we're going to be talking about what I picked up yesterday, the bonus features that come along with it. Is it worth the purchase? Is it one to skip over? How does the movie actually look on Blu-ray? Are the bonus features any good? How's the price? What are the different editions that you can pick up? Lots of different stuff. So to start off in this first one, we've got Doctor Strange. So this just came out on Blu-ray yesterday. It's got a ton of bonus features on it, and for a Marvel Blu-ray, that's pretty incredible because Disney, who owns the distributing rights to Marvel, obviously, they are pretty skimpy with their Blu-ray bonus features. At least in the past 4 or 5 years, it's actually been quite obnoxious. But this one on for once is a complete and utter change. There's actually quite a bit on here that is worth it. So to start off with the different editions, there is an exclusive steelbook from Best Buy, and then there's an exclusive from Target. But all the Target one has is it's the same Blu-ray that's everywhere else, except you get some bonus digital content. So if you're not one that usually uses a digital retailer, that one is not going to be for you. I just recommend the standard 3D Blu-ray. That's the one that I got, and it's basically the same thing that you would get in that steelbook, and then you don't have to have a steelbook because steelbooks kind of suck. But this Blu-ray has got a ton of features, and that is on all of them, whether it's the Best Buy, the Walmart, the Target, they're all the same. So some of these features, we've got interviews about how they brought Doctor Strange to life, what it was like for the cast to work on the film, a look at the sets and the production design of the film, how the actors got physically ready to portray some of the roles. There's also interviews with composer Michael Giacchino and his live orchestra and how they recorded the score for the film. So those are all really cool featurettes, and that actually adds up to about an hour worth of content. And like I said, for a Marvel Blu-ray, that's pretty fantastic. The other great things on there that I really enjoyed and I think are the best are the exclusive look at the Phase 3. So that's including Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, and Avengers Infinity War. They don't talk a lot about Spider-Man Homecoming in there, and I have a feeling that has something to do with the Sony relationship, that they just can't talk about it for some reason on their Blu-rays. I don't know. I guess we'll never know, but that little exclusive is pretty cool. They show some concept art from Black Panther. They actually show some pre-viz from Thor Ragnarok that is awesome. And if you're a fan of Marvel, that's something to definitely look at because there's some really cool pre-viz of Thor and Hulk fighting, and it is just awesome. But by far the best thing on the Blu-ray is Team Thor Part 2. So if you don't know what that is, it's actually part 2 of a little sketch video that I'm going to butcher the name, but Mr. Waititi, who directed Thor Ragnarok and also directed What We Do in the Shadows, Hunt for the Wilder People, he directed these shorts, and they're absolutely hilarious. It's about what Thor was doing during the events of Civil War, because obviously he was not in that movie. And this is the second part of that little sketch. It's about 5 minutes long, but all 5 minutes are absolutely hilarious. So it kind of sucks that the best thing on the Doctor Strange Blu-ray is something that has nothing to do with Doctor Strange, but nonetheless, that's hilarious. That's on there. There's also some deleted scenes that, I'll be frank, I didn't check out because most of Marvel's deleted scenes, well, they were deleted for a reason, and they're usually not that great. So I've kind of gotten off the deleted scenes train. Also, there's a gag reel, which is in Marvel fashion, very funny, and an audio commentary by the director, Scott Derrickson, which I'm very excited to check out. The Blu-ray itself, the picture quality is always fantastic. I've never once had a problem with a Marvel Blu-ray. And then actually, the other great thing about the picture quality is the 3D Blu-ray is actually good on this release. So the Civil War 3D Blu-ray was awful. It was just a terrible conversion. And I eventually actually turned it off. I fast forwarded halfway through the movie just to get to the airport scene, and even that gave me just the worst headache. And I saw the movie in the theater in 3D many times, and it's always great there, but at home it was a disaster. But this Doctor Strange 3D Blu-ray is really good, and it actually has a very, very good 3D picture. So I would recommend that if you watch 3D at home. So all in all, I say the Doctor Strange Blu-ray is worth it. If you've seen the movie, you know you'll like the movie, pick it up. And even if you haven't seen the movie, you're maybe new to the MCU, this is one that is really out there, but if you buy into the premise, it's just a load of fun. Next on the list is Moonlight. So Moonlight just won Best Picture at the Oscars on Sunday. And, of course, there was the whole controversy that happened Sunday night where, they called La La Land and there was a mistake and there was the wrong envelope. It's a shame because, neither, in my opinion, neither Moonlight or La La Land was the Best Picture of the Year. The Best Picture of the Year wasn't even nominated, and that's Sing Street, but I digress. Moonlight, though, it's a very good movie. I don't need to explain the movie. I just think it's an important movie that I will probably watch this one time on Blu-ray again after having seen it in the theater. But after that, probably never again. It's a hard movie to get through, in my opinion, and it's got a lot of very, very interesting themes that I think are important. And I think the fact that a movie like this has won Best Picture at the Oscars is very important. I just wish that it came out in another year where a movie that I liked even more could have won, but that's besides the point. The movie itself is very good. It looks great on Blu-ray. I'm not going to complain about the cinematography in the movie at all. Barry Jenkins directs the crap out of this movie, and it looks great, especially the first act. Primarily the scene with Juan and Chiron in the water is just gorgeous to look at, and I thought it looked great in the theater, and it looks great here on Blu-ray. In the terms of special features, not a lot. We've got our audio commentary with Barry Jenkins, which I'm very excited to listen to because I think Barry Jenkins has a lot of great stuff to say about film in general, so I am excited to see that. Then there's also a Making of Moonlight featurette, Poetry Through Collaboration, the Music of Moonlight featurette. I haven't checked that one out yet, but I did really enjoy the score in Moonlight. I thought it was one of its better qualities, so I am excited to see that. And then there's also a Filming in Miami featurette, which I haven't seen yet, but I would assume is, about how they filmed it in Miami. So that'll probably be very cool. But like I said, in the realm of special features, that's it. There's not a lot there. But I think the movie is good enough that it warrants the $15 that it's going for right now. I got it at Best Buy for $14.99, which is a very good price, especially for a movie that just won Best Picture at the Oscars. So I would recommend picking it up, just knowing that it's one that, you'll probably watch once or twice, or maybe again years later when it comes up in conversation around Oscars time. So as long as you know that you might not get the full replay value out of it, I think it is worth picking up, or at least seeking out to rent, watch the Blu-ray, watch the bonus features. It's worth at least that, I would say. So that's it for today's, guys. Those are the two Blu-rays that came out that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to try to do this every Wednesday, Thursday, depending on how many Blu-rays they are. Next week, the only Blu-ray is Moana. That is, in my opinion, worth picking up. So I will be picking that up, talking about the Moana release. Not sure if I'm going to go full 3D with that one yet. Wasn't too impressed with the 3D in the theaters, so not sure if I'll be picking up the 3D release of that, but we'll see next week. In the meantime, I'm going to be uploading a review of Logan either tomorrow night or Friday after I see that. So I am very excited for that. Guys, let me know what you thought of this, either in the comments below or on Facebook or what it may be. This is an experiment. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time that I finally got bored enough to decide to do. So please let me know what you think. If there's something I should add, something I should take out, tell me how terrible my voice sounds, whatever it may be, guys, let me know. All right. Well, once again, thank you very much for listening, and have a good one, guys. Bye.